Have you ever locked eyes with a woman and felt this crazy electric pull, like something unspoken was happening between you two, but you just couldn't read it? Like your gut was screaming that something was there, but your brain couldn't translate it fast enough? Bro, what if I told you she was already sending you signals the whole entire time, clear as day, and you were just never taught how to catch them? Today, I'm dropping the 3 crystal clear signs a woman wants intimacy with you, and I swear on everything, the third one is happening right in front of you every single day, and most guys walk right past it like it's absolutely nothing. I'm Laurin Ponce, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, you showed up at the right time because what I'm about to share with you today is going to completely flip the way you read women, the way you read rooms, and honestly, the way you see yourself in these situations. This is not surface level stuff, this goes deep, so stay locked in from start to finish because every single sign builds on the last one, and if you miss one, you're going to miss the full picture. But real quick before we dive in, I need you to understand something that almost nobody in this space talks about, honestly. If you've missed these signs before, if you've looked back at a situation and thought, wait, was she into me this whole time? It doesn't mean you're clueless. It doesn't mean you're not attractive enough. And it sure doesn't mean you're bad with women. It means one thing and one thing only. You were never handed the manual. Nobody sat you down and explained how this actually works. And that's exactly why you're here right now. And that's exactly what we're fixing today. See, men and women experience desire in completely different ways. And most guys don't realize this until it's too late. When a guy feels it, he goes for it, straight up, no filter, no hesitation. But when a woman feels it, she doesn't just jump, she tests the waters first. She cracks the door open just a little bit, just enough, and then she waits to see if you're man enough, present enough, and aware enough to walk through it. This goes back thousands of years. It's evolutionary wiring baked into her subconscious. It's a survival instinct because for centuries, a woman had to be absolutely certain before she gave herself emotionally or physically, not because she was being difficult, but because her safety literally depended on it. That instinct doesn't disappear just because we live in the modern world. It still runs in the background, like software she didn't install but can't uninstall. So she doesn't announce her desire out loud. She doesn't text you, hey, I want you. She whispers it through her behavior, through her body language, through microsignals that her conscious mind isn't even fully in control of. And those whispers are the 3 signs I'm breaking down for you right now, so let's get into it. Sign number 1 is physical touch. And before you say, yeah, I know about touch, hear me out because I'm not talking about a handshake or an accidental brush walking past each other in the hallway. I'm talking about the kind of touch that has absolutely no logical reason to exist in the conversation. She taps your forearm while she's laughing at something you said. She fixes your sleeve for a split second. She bumps your shoulder and doesn't immediately create distance again. She finds any excuse, no matter how small, to close the physical gap between you two, and then she stays there just a little longer than the moment required. Neuroscience actually has a name for this behavior. It's called initiation contact, and it happens when desire activates her nervous system and her body literally starts seeking to confirm your physical presence. It's involuntary on a deep level. Her brain is running a check. It's saying, is he here? Is he real? Is the connection I'm feeling actually mutual? And touch is how it gets its answer. That extra half second where she doesn't pull her hand back immediately, where she lets the contact breathe just a moment longer than necessary, that is not nothing, bro. That is everything. That is her body speaking the truth before her mouth ever gets the chance to. Pay attention to the duration, not just the touch itself, because the duration is where the real message lives. Sign number 2 is in her eyes, and I know what you're thinking. Yeah, eye contact, everyone talks about that. But stick with me because most guys are looking for the wrong things. They're looking for the obvious stuff, a flirty wink, a dramatic slow blink, some Hollywood movie moment, but the real signal is way more nuanced than that, and it's actually way more powerful once you know what you're looking at. When a woman is feeling desire for you, her pupils dilate slightly, her gaze softens around the edges, and she holds eye contact just a beat longer than what feels socially normal, like 1 or 2 seconds past the point where most people would naturally look away. And here's the detail that seals it, the detail that psychologists and behavioral scientists have documented for decades. When she finally does break that gaze, she doesn't look to the side. She looks down. That downward glance is a signal of emotional openness and receptivity. It's not shyness, it's not disinterest, it is the opposite of disinterest. It's a non-verbal cue that her nervous system is responding to you in a way that feels almost vulnerable to her, and the looking down is her processing that feeling for just a second before she comes right back to you. And that's the pattern you're going to start noticing once you know to look for it. She catches your eyes, holds it a moment longer than usual, gives you a soft, quiet smile, glances down, and then lifts her gaze right back to yours like she was never gone. That cycle repeating itself is her silently saying, I see you, I like what I'm seeing, and I want you to see me too. It's a conversation happening entirely without words, and most guys are completely deaf to it. If this is already clicking for you and you're sitting there thinking, man, why did nobody ever teach me this before? Do me a favor right now and smash that subscribe button, because I put out content like this every single week, and I promise you, you do not want to miss what's coming on this channel. Hit the bell too, so you actually get notified, because YouTube is out here hiding videos from people and I need you to see everything I drop. All right, sign number 3. This is the one that genuinely blows people's minds every single time I explain it, because once you see it, you absolutely cannot unsee it. And it's also the most intentional of all 3 signals, which means it carries the most weight. Sign 3 is when she starts creating private moments between you two, manufacturing them almost out of thin air, in situations where privacy wasn't there before. Picture this: you're at a party or a work function or a casual hangout with a group of mutual friends. You're surrounded by people, the energy is social and open, and then suddenly she finds a reason to pull just you away from the crowd. Maybe she says, hey, come look at this thing over here, or let's go grab a drink. Or she physically steps just slightly to the side and lowers her voice like she's about to share something with you that nobody else in that room is allowed to hear. She's not doing this randomly. She's not just being friendly. She is deliberately, consciously or not, carving out a small pocket of emotional and physical space that belongs to just the two of you. Because here's what you need to understand about how desire works in a woman's mind. It does not move fast. It does not rush. It moves toward safety. It moves toward privacy. It moves toward moments that feel real and protected and separate from the noise of everything else. When she creates that space, when she engineers that little private world between you two, even for 60 seconds in a crowded room, she is handing you an open door. She's saying here, I made room, come in if you're brave enough. The question is not whether the door is open. The question is whether you're stepping through it with confidence and presence, or whether you're standing there overthinking it while the moment slips by. Because how you respond in that window, the energy you bring, the calm, the eye contact, the way you hold the space she just made for you, that determines everything that follows. And knowing exactly how to show up in each one of these 3 moments, knowing what to say, how to stand, what kind of energy to project, so she feels not just attracted, but genuinely certain about you, that's something I go incredibly deep on inside my complete guide, Secrets of Attraction. In there, I don't just show you the signals, I show you the full playbook for how to respond to each one in a way that makes her feel like you are exactly the man she's been waiting to find. The link is right there in the description. Go grab it. It's worth every second of your time. All right, before I let you go, I want to leave you with something real, something I need you to carry with you past this video. You didn't miss these signals in the past because something was broken in you. You didn't miss them because you weren't good enough or confident enough or attractive enough. You missed them because you didn't have the language. You didn't have the framework to translate what was right in front of you. And now you do. So the next time a woman holds a touch just a half second too long, or her eyes go soft and drift downward before coming back to yours, or she pulls you away from the crowd to carve out a private moment that didn't exist before, you are going to recognize it in real time. You're going to feel it land. And instead of second-guessing yourself or letting the moment pass you by, you're going to move with the kind of calm, confident clarity that most men spend their entire lives never developing. That is real power, not the loud, aggressive kind, the quiet, aware kind, the kind that actually works, and I know you're going to use it right. If this video hit different for you, if something in here made you think, or made you see something you hadn't seen before, drop the word whisper in the comments right now. It tells me you actually sat with the message, and it helps push this video out to more men who genuinely need to hear it. Like the video if you got value, subscribe if you haven't already, smash that bell so you never miss an upload, and I will see you in the next one. Let's go.